Ned Foodie. Today we're going to do some healthy food. I'm going to make a lentil burger, and hopefully it'll be really good in a substitute for meat. I'm kind of anxious to try it. So we're going to get started here. I've got a cup of brown lentils, just the dry, you can find it with your dry beans in the grocery store. I'm going to put it in a big saucepan. I'm going to add enough water to make sure it's very well covered. I'll probably put maybe 4 cups of water in here. We're going to put it on the burner and simmer it for about 10 to 15 minutes. We don't want these overcooked because we want these with a consistency that hopefully is going to be like a meat consistency. Come back in 10 minutes and see how well they're cooked. While the lentils are cooking, I've got about a 5-ounce package here of sliced mushrooms. They didn't have to be sliced, but I'm going to chop these up into very small, fine pieces, and we'll end up mixing that in with the lentils. So let's start chopping these into small pieces. My lentils are still cooking. I've chopped up my mushrooms, and what I've done is, rather than with a knife, I just put it in one of those manual choppers and chopped them all up. Got it done pretty quick. So now in a separate bowl, we're going to make a little bit of a sauce to put on our buns. I'm going to get about a 1/4 teaspoon of fresh lemon zest. I'm also going to add a tablespoon of fresh lemon juice. There's a 1/2 lemon. Let's see if that is enough. Yeah, it's about perfect. I've got a 1/2 cup of Greek plain yogurt. To the plain Greek yogurt, let's add 1 finely minced clove of garlic. It's pretty tart, so I'm going to add maybe a 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. Meanwhile, the lentils have finished cooking, so I'm going to pour them in a strainer and drain them and let them cool off. All right, so I didn't have the camera running. This was a little tart, I thought. I'm sure it would be good, but I wanted to sweeten it up a little bit, so I just squeezed in maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon of honey and mixed it in there, and it gives it just a little bit of a sweetness. I really liked it. The lentils are finished and drained, and I think cooled off enough, so we'll start making our meatless meat mixture. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of meat. I've got reduced sodium miso. It just happened to be what I bought. You don't have to get the reduced sodium. And it's like a paste. So 2 tablespoons. Even though it says reduced sodium, it's extremely salty. To the miso, I'm going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of smoked paprika. Let's add our chopped up mushrooms. I'm not going to add all these. I'm going to save a little bit back. I don't know if I need them, I'll add them. Another minced garlic clove. So I'm just going to take a spoon and kind of mix this up, mash it all together. Take out any large mushrooms. I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. our lentils. Now when we mix these up, you want to smash some, maybe most of the lentils, but you still want to leave some that aren't all smashed up, just to kind of give it a meat texture, I guess. Just to make sure I have these, some of them mashed up, I'm going to use a little whisk. Let's add a 1/4 cup of flour. We'll start with a 1/4 cup. You know, we want to make this where it's going to end up looking like a ground beef mixture, so we can form patties for cooking. I'm going to add a little bit more flour, I think. So I've got my frying pan ready, a little bit of olive oil in it warming up, and I've taken my mixture and I actually put it in the refrigerator for a little bit. I think it'll make it a little bit easier to make patties out of. I've got these little mini, kind of like slider buns I'm using, so I'm going to make my patties pretty small. And just like you would do with ground beef, you know, I'm making a little ball, pressing it flat. And then put it right in. And I have to admit, I kind of cheated on one of these already. I made one and really turned out good. It has a really nice flavor. All right, we're just gonna fry these up like hamburgers. And what I actually think is gonna be really good, I'm gonna save some of this back. I think, I'm always a big fan of like, you know, sausage with my eggs in the morning, or a ground, what do you call it, corned beef hash. And this would be a great, I think, meat substitute for breakfast. I'm gonna make one of these patties and then put an egg, fried egg on top of it, and I think it's gonna really be great for breakfast. Flipping these are, it's important to be very careful. So you see, it looks really good. Looks like hamburger patties. All right, we'll get this side crispy. In the meantime, let's get our mini buns together. I'm gonna put just a little bit of this yogurt sauce because it's pretty strong. I'm just gonna put a little bit on each side. And the good thing about these is you don't really need to cook them long, you just need to warm them up, since it's not really meat. I'm going to top with a very thin slice of tomato. I'm going to put some fresh cucumbers. That'll go really good with the yogurt sauce. And then I'm going to top, just put a little piece, couple pieces of torn cilantro. Now, if you don't like this yogurt sauce, you can easily just use, you know, mustard, ketchup, whatever you would normally put on your hamburgers. Put one more here. All right, doesn't that look great? All right, here we go. Looks just like a hamburger patty. Cilantro, cucumber is really good addition. Yeah, this is actually really good. I don't know how healthy with the bread in there, but I guess you could buy some low-carb bread to make it a little bit more healthy. But I really enjoy this. This is very good. And like I said, I'll post another photo tomorrow morning. I'm going to put a fried egg on top of it, and I think that's going to be really good also. So if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to Foodie right over there. Thank you.